give me 10 times more effort in 2026. And baby, you don't need to wait until 2026, because why are you waiting? Why do people wait? You could be doing this right now after this video. You have it in you. God hasn't given you the spirit of fear. You have to prepare your mind to fight for the life that you want. Hello, beautiful people. In today's video, actually, before we get to the intro, y'all, we are in December and it is reflection season, so that we are not entering 2026 with the same behaviors and the same mindset, especially if you're looking to level up, constantly leveling up and evolving. No matter if you're going through a hard season, a rough season, a rocky season, you can still progress, right? Because challenges and adversity strengthens you, builds your character, and prepares you for what's ahead. But too many people give up along the journey. And then how many people find themselves entering the new year unhappy, unfulfilled, and still making these vision boards and not putting any action to your words? In today's video, I am going to be talking about 10 habits that are making you ugly, broke, or lazy. Yeah, broke or lazy. That maybe that was 2025 for you, but it cannot, and claim it, cannot be 2026 for you. So these 10 habits must be left in 2025 in order for you to evolve in 2026. If you are new to meeting me for the first time, welcome. And to all my people returning, welcome back. I was like, let me change up the scenery, but also you can hear my printer in the back, so we should go turn it off. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment some love down below. Be sure to turn your post notification bell on so you do not miss any episodes. Comment down below one habit that you're going to be leaving in 2025. And if you can give the girlies any advice, what would it be? All right, let's get into the video. Habit number one that I need you to leave behind in 2025 is having a weak mind. Your mind is the strongest muscle in your body above the glutes that you need to focus on strengthening, toughening up, and building. And it's not too late for your mindset to be transformed. Many of you guys want easy. Many of you guys fold under pressure. Many of you guys may even find yourself agreeing with everything just to avoid conflict. Listen, we are not going to make it out of this world smooth sailing. I'm sure you've seen this already in your life. One season, you're having the time of your life, and the next season, you're like, what is going on? Listen, no matter if it's in your love life, in life in general, or in business, nothing is going to get easier. You just have to become stronger. Nothing is going to become easier. This world, this life, this uncertainty, the unease, yes, it's not going to become easier. And you need to get stronger. I know a lot of women that are mentally drowning. I also know a lot of men, including my father, that were mentally and emotionally broken. And this world doesn't prepare you for 6 months from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, the challenges and obstacles that you're going to face. However, God is always there with you in every battle that you are up against. And I want you to hold that close to your heart anytime you feel defeated. I have 3 things that I want you to work on. I want you to train your mind like a muscle daily. So I want you to choose discipline over your comfort. Let me say it again. I want you to train your mind like a muscle daily. All right? Choosing discipline over your comfort zone. I want you to practice saying no without explaining yourself. And that also means saying no to yourself. Whenever you feel defeated, we don't make the best choices. I want you to strengthen your discipline, your self-control, your consistency. If you're like, I don't feel like cooking, I don't feel like meal prepping, I don't feel like going to the grocery store, I don't feel like going to the gym, I don't feel like, you're not always going to feel like doing the thing that you need to do, but you have to do it and push past it in order to level up. And each week, each month, each year, you will start to see that you're leveling up, not only physically, maybe financially, emotionally, but mentally as well. And lastly, I want you to do one hard thing per day to build your mental toughness, your mental resilience. You have to prepare your mind to fight for the life that you want. I was watching a short video on YouTube today, and this lady was crying as she was pouring out her vulnerability about where she is in life, how much she has on her plate. She takes care of her family back home, she takes care of her sons, and there was so much going on, but her business wasn't doing so well at the time. And so what the speaker had responded to her with was, you need to increase your faith in God. You need to increase your faith in God, because your defeat is just a distraction. How you feel when things aren't going the way that you expected, the outcome that you were looking for, that is just a distraction to push forward, right? Laziness, procrastination, that is just an excuse to keep you stuck when you could be moving forward. So I need you to push even harder. Give me 10 times more effort in 2026. And baby, you don't need to wait until 2026, because why are you waiting? Why do people wait? You could be doing this right now after this video. Say less, Jen. I am going to add and apply more discipline and pressure and show up. You have it in you. God hasn't given you the spirit of fear. Habit number 2 that I need you to get rid of. Are y'all ready? Your future self, along with me, Coach Shen, wants you to stop making decisions that you're not going to be proud of. So, stop making decisions that you are not going to be proud of. Some of you may find yourself moving impulsively without checking in with your higher self. Does this respond align with who I'm becoming? Or am I going to cuss this person out? Do these choices align with who I want to become? Or should I just go home and go to bed immediately? I should not be staying out late. I should not be sitting in anyone's passenger seat trying to beg them or plead for them to respect me. I want you to make decisions in 2026, or starting now, that you are going to be proud of. That shows that you respect yourself, you value yourself, and your time. So I want you to start asking yourself these questions before you make decisions. Am I going to be proud of this tomorrow? Or will this move me closer to my goals? So when you feel lazy or you want to procrastinate, you want to call off the gym, you want to call off meal prepping and then order fast food, does that move you forward? And you know how I built the habit or discipline around fast food or comfort food? I plan my treat meals 1 to 2 times a week. So I look forward to having a break. I don't have to cook. Sometimes I don't even do my makeup. I just go out, I eat good food, I don't count calories, I enjoy the moment, and then I get back to my routine because I want to be a badass, right? I don't want to feel sluggish. I don't want to harm my body. I don't want my body to look like I have no self-control. I want to feel good about the decisions that I make. So now I am way more intentional with, hey girl, does that align? Especially with online shopping or just going into the mall looking for clothes or new wardrobe, I ask myself, do I need it? And also, does it align with who I want to become? Here's how we fix it. I want you to pause for 30 seconds before making any decisions. Number 2, I want you to visualize your higher self watching you make the decision. Is she or he going to be proud of the decisions that you're currently making? Because I know my higher self is now looking at my outfit choices like, the amount of clothes that I just threw straight into the garbage because I did not want to pass it down. I did not want anyone wearing what I was wearing that honestly was just trash. I threw it in the garbage. I didn't donate it. I didn't sell it, resell it. I just didn't think it was worth it. I didn't want a younger version of another woman that didn't have guidance wearing the clothes that I was wearing. So now that I make my purchases, I'm thinking of my higher self at 33, 35, 40. Does this serve me today? Lastly, I want you to keep a list of your goals and measure decisions against them. Let's go into habit number 3 that I need you to leave behind in 2025. I know a lot of my girls are going to be like, Shen, you keep getting at me with this. Yes, I'm going to drill it into your soul until you get it. Habit number 3, I need you to leave behind. Baby, you eat based on your emotions, not nutrition. How many women are struggling with their hormones, struggling with their gut health, struggling with their focus, their brain fog, their body? In so many ways, how many women are struggling just based off of the food that you consume? And I think I've talked about this a lot recently, but this is a habit that we need to leave in 2025. No longer choosing food based on your emotional state. You comfort eat, you stress eat, you eat out of boredom, or you eat because you are not prepared. Everything except fueling your body. So a lot of women are walking around really tired or unhappy with their body or unhappy with how they feel or how they look, or maybe they're even comparing themselves to other women. I need you to start eating for fuel. What kind of gas, quality gas, are you going to start putting in your premium car, baby? Because your body is the best thing you own. Not a luxury car, not a Corvette, not a Ferrari, okay? An Aston Martin. Your body, the one body that you are stuck with, the one body, if nothing else, you have no health, is done. I need you to start choosing to eat for fuel, non-negotiable. Lack of knowledge leads to a lack of control. And if you feel like you've already done it all, then you can sign up for my 6-week challenge. The link is down below in the description. If you have any questions about it, go ahead and ask them down below. Also, if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, I finally have opened up the spots so you can book in and fill out my form to inquire about coaching. And so here is how we fix not eating out of your emotional state and now for nutrition. I want you to spend time learning basic nutrition fundamentals. That's your protein, your carbs, your fiber, and your fats. Listen, ladies, if you have time to scroll, you have time to listen to an informative podcast or do your own research and reading, buy books that are going to help you in your nutritional guidance. Next, I'm going to need you to keep go-to meals ready to avoid emotional eating. Babe, if you have salmon pre-cooked, ground beef to make pasta cooked, vegetables cooked, rice cooked, you are more likely to eat the cooked food by warming it up. I cook every 3 days. I freshen up, and I cook up some new food. I go to the grocery store once a week. But knowing that I have those meals made, I look forward to eating those meals. And me in this household, I don't like to waste food. It's so disrespectful to just waste food when there are so many people that can't afford their food. Wintertime, it's the holiday season. So many people are struggling with food and other utilities, other things in their life. It's such a sin to just waste the food and just let it spoil because you're constantly eating fast food. Please, y'all, do your due diligence to be better with the food consumption and what you're buying as well. When you go to the grocery store, have a list. I'm going to the grocery store after this. I'm going to change my clothes into my gym clothes because after Costco, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to record all of that. I'm going to record. And you have to make a list because when I go to the grocery stores, whether it's the big stores or the small stores, you look in people's carts and it's just a bunch of carbs and sugar. And then they're like, oh my God, we spent so much money at the grocery store and if the food is done in 2 days? Well, you're not buying anything that can multiply. Potatoes, yams, rice, salmon, beef, chicken, cooking it for volume of food and having balance in your home and your household. No, you buy cereal that is going to make you hungry. Anyone hungry in an hour. And then your kids come up to you like, Mom, I'm still hungry. So you feed them more carbs or crap processed food, and they're still hungry. And they go to school and they cannot function. So let's start cooking more whole foods and good quality meals. And if you're still struggling, definitely fill out my form. And lastly, here, I want you to check in with yourself by asking yourself, are you actually hungry or are you avoiding something right now? Especially when we're studying for midterms, exams, we have something going on. I know when I'm really tired, I have more cravings. And so you have to check in with yourself like, what is your need right now? What is your body trying to say to you right now? What does it truly need? Sometimes it's not going to be food. You can let the food be meal prep. Make sure to eat before you go grocery shopping or before you leave your home for the nail appointments or for your appointments, and then you will be fine. You come home to a cooked meal that is already pre-cooked, and you're going to be fine. Remember, have patience in this area, but if you can scroll or sit up on the phone talking about rubbish, yeah, you can invest more time into your health. But number 4 that I need you to leave in 2025, some of y'all might find that you spend for dopamine rather than development. New outfits, Sephora hauls, little luxuries, but none of that is actually changing your entire life. Your life improves through consistent action, not impulse purchases. Your life improves through consistent action and not impulsive purchases. So here is how you fix it. I want you to create a weekly budget for growth, whether it's with courses, books, or health related, finances, spirituality, anything that is going to move your life forward. Next, I want you to delay any purchase for 48 hours to avoid impulse buying. And lastly, I want you to build a glow up routine that you love with fitness, learning, skincare, finances, spirituality. Number 5, I need you to stop holding on to potential or maybes. Yes, stop holding on to what could have been, what might be possible, maybe, and let your actions be so consistent that you start to see the results. I remember when my life felt stagnant, when my life felt so unfulfilled. There were times I was in relationships and I still felt alone. I felt unfulfilled. I felt like I could be doing more until I discovered that I saw potential in people. I saw potential in relationships, situations, but no potential in myself to commit to myself. You cannot build a future on maybe. So I need your eyes open for the end of 2025 into 2026. I need you to judge actions and not promises. I want you to check in with yourself and ask, if nothing changes, do I still want this? Am I still gonna sit around? Am I still gonna put up with this? And this truly could be you looking in the mirror at yourself. Most importantly, stop trying to fix or save people that don't want to grow. You cannot save everyone. You cannot force anyone. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. It's up to you to work on yourself and let others adapt. 6, you're afraid to be alone or step into the unknown. Unfortunately, many of you guys are walking into 2026 with fear. Fear of doing things by yourself. Fear of new environments. Fear of taking a risk, taking a chance on yourself. You're waiting for other people to be right beside you or right behind you. Like I said before, God has not given you the spirit of fear. However, you are blocking the blessings that are meant for the bold. Imagine what your life could be like if you took a chance. I was on Zoom with my girls the other night and I was asking them, what is the word that is so sacred to you as you head into 2026? This year, it was integrity for me, and a few years back, it was consistency. As we head into 2026, my word is courage. Being courageous and bold, all while taking risks of the unknown. And that's the only way you are going to be able to grow. Without the noise of the world, you already know what to do. And so many of you guys are walking into 2026 still in fear. However, if you have done something by yourself that challenged you outside of your comfort zone, let us know down below. I believe I had a few posts. Even recently, I had a girl that was like, "Hey, Shen, I went to a restaurant after the gym and I asked for a table. I sat at the table with myself, by myself, and ate and had a great time. And that was a win." Of course, I have 3 tips on how you can fix this. I want you to do solo dates that are going to build your independence. And I want you to take 1 risk a month. And most importantly, I want you to pray for courage and not comfort. Number 7, you want motivation, but you don't know your why. You don't know what wakes you up in the morning. And I'm talking about a purpose beyond family, beyond love, beyond children, beyond a job. You need to get clear with your why. You guys are a part of my why. I let the ladies know and I reminded them as we were reading the book You Owe You by Eric Thomas. And he talks about the importance of knowing your why. That is going to be your driving factor that fuels you when you don't feel like showing up. And so years ago, when I had a few obstacles going on in the season of losing my father, I promised God, and I remember crying out and saying, "God, if you don't let me fall right now, I promise that I will use my story to transform lives." I said that 6 years ago. I've also mentioned that through losing my dad, unfortunately, was the best eye opener that I could have received because it changed my perspective on life, on people, on time, on energy. And a lot of people wait for tragic things to happen to them, but I truly believe that God had that in a part of my story. So whatever your tragedy is or your season is, or you're going through some hardships, let God build you and let God use you for what is to come. I remember when I made that prayer and was like, "God, don't let me fall." As I continued year by year, my mission got clear. My purpose started growing, more hungry and hungrier to serve more women all around the world. And you don't have to be a content creator, you don't have to be a coach. There are many things that you are good at that you are holding back inside of you. There are many talents that God has given you that He hasn't given me. He hasn't given the person beside you. He hasn't given your children, but He gave it to you. Your story, your past and present. Most people rely on motivational content because you haven't tapped into your purpose, your identity, or your self-worth. So here's how we fix it. I want you to write down your why in 1 sentence. Write down your why, your mission. What do you want to leave behind in this world? What do you want to be known for? What is your legacy that you want to leave behind? And write it down in 1 strong sentence. And then I want you to identify what truly matters to you and not society. And lastly, I want you to get clear on what you stand for so you stop collapsing or running in circles. 8, another habit that I desperately need you to leave behind in 2025. A lot of you guys act like tomorrow is promised. You procrastinate, you delay your goals, or you're either waiting for motivation. But time is one thing you will never get back. So here's how we fix it. I want you to adopt a do it today mindset. And then we're going to set non-negotiables. I want you to choose 3 daily tasks and give no excuses to getting them done. And lastly, I want you to imagine what 1 good solid year of strengthening your discipline, your self-control, and your consistency will do for you. Number 9, a lot of you guys want to be accepted rather than living in authenticity. You change your personality. Some of you may not even realize that you change your personality. You shrink your standards. that you mute your voice just to be liked. And I used to be that girl as well. And you know what? When you're able to be transparent, authentic, and vulnerable, that is when you're truly standing in your power unapologetically. You don't care who likes you, you don't act to be liked. You say the truth. And that is exactly what everyone, you guys, people in my life, in person, they get from me. I had clients that were like, hey, can you make YouTube videos so that I can watch you, so I can build my discipline? And they wanted the realness. They want the rawness. People want your authentic self. They want you in your fullness. And then I also remember a Bible verse. Let me get it. And so I wrote this Bible verse down. I will give you a new heart, and I will put a new spirit in you. I will take out your stony, stubborn heart and give you a tender, responsive heart. Ezekiel 36:26. Honestly, these Bible verses get me together, and I do a lot of writing down my Bible verses on sticky notes and just putting them everywhere. It's so, I've mentioned this before, and so I'm going to mention it for the last time before we head into 2026. God wants you to be bold. God wants you to be yourself. You are not meant to be liked by everyone. Not everyone is also going to like what you have to say. Not everybody is also going to want to listen to everything that you have to say. And you got to be okay with that. You will find your people. People will find you. Live in your truth. That is how you're going to feel most proud of yourself. That is how you're going to be able to level up, expand, evolve, glow up without seeking the validation or acceptance from other people, especially on social media. God wants you to be different from all the rest. There's so many coaches, there's so many influencers, there's so many this, so that. You go on Instagram or TikTok and you're like, holy smokes, you don't even get to be yourself because you're trying to be like the rest of the world. So here's how you fix it. I want you to say what you mean, even if your voice starts to shake. I want you to set standards and protect them. Lastly, stop watering down your personality for spaces or people that are not designed for you. And lastly, baby, as we head into 2026, I need you to stop struggling with the gym or movement. Babe, I need you to commit. If anything, I need you to just try a bunch of things and just build a routine. All right? I need you to go to the gym 2 times a week, Monday and Wednesday. Maybe Pilates Saturday morning. And the rest of the week, you have your walking pad, a bike, or a trampoline at home, or you do it after your gym session, not before. Serve your energy. And I want you to build this routine like you can't live without movement and weight training. Building muscle, sculpting your body, but also just building your internal strength and just making your arteries healthier. If you guys look at working out as punishment rather than empowerment, but then you compare your life or your body to other people that are willing to get up every day or every other day and work for the gains. And who cares if some people have cheated the system? Find what works for you. Find your strength. This is not about looking like everyone else or competing with the world. I have a client that's always like, oh, my belly. And I'm like, babe, you have to change your outlook on why you're training, what you're training for, which I always tell my clients, longevity, not the physique. I mean, we'll come and we're going to get the results, of course. But if you hone in on your why, maybe you have children and you're like, I want to be here for my grandchildren. I want to be here for my kids. I want to show them a healthier me. That should drive you to go to the gym no matter how you feel. And a lot of you guys can say, no, I'll go tomorrow. No, I'll go next week. I need it to become a non-negotiable before 2026. Because I know all the gyms I attend are going to be insanely packed for a good 2 months until everyone falls off. Don't let it be you who starts and stops and starts and stops. And then everybody's just like, oh, they're just not going to take themselves seriously. I need you to take yourself seriously in 2026. If you change your perspective, you will change your consistency. Just remember that. If you change your perspective on why you are training, you will change your consistency for why you need to show up. And so here's how we fix it. I want you to incorporate or find at least one kind of movement that you can do daily. I don't train and do weights every single day. I may train 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, but I do some form of movement, whether it's on my walking pad, my bike, or my fun trampoline. I want you to find what works for you and do some type of movement daily. And I don't mean walking from your car to your house or to work or parking far in the grocery parking lot. Another tip I gave to my client was I want you to start small, which is 10 minutes daily, because small wins do add up. If you just got on your treadmill for 10 minutes, you're going to see a noticeable difference. And with 10 minutes, you keep getting consistent with that, it will increase over time. I didn't like cardio. I didn't love cardio maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But then I was like, oh, so this is how I stay in shape. This is how I keep my waistline tight, my glutes built and firm. Oh, beyond my look. This is how I train for endurance and I'm not out of breath. I'm not winded. I'm not a weak girl. Then I was like, okay, I don't mind doing the cardio. I don't mind, right? And I make sure I encourage my man to do the cardio too. We encourage my man to train his heart and his lungs as well by doing cardio. This is going to make a huge difference in the bedroom. And lastly, here, I want you to track your progress weekly, whether it's through pictures or you make a chart of checking things off that you accomplished. You'll be able to hold yourself accountable to, did you show up? And we're not striving for perfection, we're striving for effort. And this week you could be at 10%, next week you could be at 50%, and we start to increase it from there. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video for the 10 habits that we need to leave in 2025 that are making people lazy, ugly, and broke. Comment down below one habit that you are going to be leaving in 2025, baby. All right, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we're heading into 2026 ready before the new year. All right, start applying all these tips that I mentioned immediately today. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.